What's going on, YouTube? I'm still trying to play catch up, and I don't have a lot of time. I need to start getting ready because I'm going with one of my girls to do a voter registration drive later today. So I don't know. I guess I'm still trying to wake up and get myself pumped for this. But here is something for you. I was listening to Steve Harvey a couple mornings ago. You know how they do that strawberry letter, and I always miss it. I always miss when they read it from the beginning because I was channel surf, and I always when I get there it's always like in the middle and I have no idea what's going on. But this one I caught from the beginning, and it was this dude who said he was getting married to a woman who he loved dearly and knew that she was the one who he wanted to spend the rest of his life with, but he slept with her cousin. He slept with her cousin at the bachelor party. That he didn't know, it was her cousin. Because I guess this woman, the underlying tone was something that I don't think they ever, approached for the rest of the, critique of the letter, is that it seems like this woman kept her family closed off to him, or he really wasn't inquisitive about finding out about her family, which to me is going to be another recording. But anyway, so he says he didn't know. It was like it was some of the baddest entertainment, and she was one of the baddest dancers, and so they had a little one-on-one time and things happen, and then they have this family dinner, and lo and behold, who's there but the cousin. But that, he said to him that was not the issue. The issue was that, she did keep him from her sisters, because she says that they are trifling. And he admitted it. And he said he knows because one of the kids who his fiance thought was her nephew was actually his son. Now, I'm unclear as to if this was another, I didn't know that this woman was related to you situation that wasn't made clear, or if, this man was an out and out dog and knew that it was her sister and felt like, or if it happened before they got together. I don't know. I mean, that was kind of funny how that happened, and it was never explained. But bottom line is, this woman has a nephew that's going to be her stepson. And she is not aware, and he, her fiance is aware that this child is his. So he wanted to know how he should break the news to her, and this is like 2 days before the wedding. I'm sure this child was not 2 days old. So, appropriately, Shirley Strawberry, she gives out her advice, and it's always very, well delivered, and, without a lot of judgmental connotation to it. But Steve he's gonna rip you a new one if he think you wrong. So he was like, you calling the wrong folks trifling, dog. You the one that's trifling, which I agree. But can you imagine that being the case? And so here is my question. A lot of situations, it seems like that are happening, and as far as I know, it happens with people who I know firsthand. And it's like I mentioned my good buddy who has a fiance and a baby, and is buck wild. I've mentioned him, I think, in a couple of recordings. And so I was talking about something he had said with a girlfriend of mine. It seems to me like he doesn't want it. I don't think he really wants to get married, and so he keeps putting up these hypothetical questions to me about his woman's financial state and why it is he feels he should postpone the wedding until she can get her shit together. Well, if we are looking at the way the economy is going, it's going to be a while before any of us get our shit together. So I'm just like, I don't think he really wants to marry her. And my girl was like, well, I don't think she should really marry him, considering all the things I've told her. And I was like, you know what? That's my boy. I wish I knew her so I could tell her. And so, YouTube, would you, I mean, I know it's medley, it could be messy if I did that, but, and, you know, it's like, he's my friend. I've never met this woman, as far as I know, and, you know, he's my friend over her, but as a woman, I know I would not want to be treated this way. And sometimes you gotta call your loved ones out on their shit. Now, he's complaining about her finances, and I'm quite sure these are things that you were aware of before you decided to, you know, be proposed to her or move in with her or have a baby with her. These are things that you could have, you know, slowed your roll on if you knew that in the future, you know, it was going to damper your enthusiasm about marrying her. So you know these things. You are aware. You have the benefit of knowledge. She does not have the benefit of knowledge of you sleeping around with complete and utter strangers. And when I say that, I'm telling you, this guy, he looks for people on Craigslist, which to me, I mean, he says he's protected. I don't know. But to me, that's dangerous because, you know, these people, you know, place ads for anonymous sex. I mean, to me, that just don't sound to me like clean people would do that. You know, and maybe so. And not to knock those of you who do. But in my mind, when I think of somebody trolling, especially a woman, trolling Craigslist for sex, it's like she got something. You know, not to say that clean people don't, but I just get that, you know, stereotypical negative, you know, idea in my mind. Just like she just oozing nasty, you know. And quite obviously, you're not having protected sex with unprotected, or you're not having protected sex with your fiance because you guys have this baby. So, you know, in the interest of wanting, especially black relationships, to stop being so trife as, you know, my friend's situation was, and the one in the Steve Harvey letter, you know, do we start to demand that our friends, you know, who are in grime, you know, just some low down dirty relationships on their part when they're doing wrong, do we demand that they step up? Can we demand that? You know, would it be out of line to, you know, if we knew their partner, to bring them to the side and say, look, you know, I know these things and I'm at my limit and I would feel horrible, you know, knowing these things and not telling you. Is it worth, you know, knowing that the relationship that you have with the person you know being severed? Sure, you know, it's the integral thing to do, but it's not easy. So, YouTube, what would you do if you knew that one of your friends, you know, was being trifling and grimy in their relationship? Would you seek out, if you didn't know, like I don't think I'm going to seek this woman out, but if you didn't know their partner, would you seek them out to let them know? If you knew them, would you pull them to the side to let them know? Would you let them know in front of their partners? Or would you just let it ride and say they're grown? They should know how to ask questions and look around for themselves. So let me know.